Welcome to the Get Fit Guys, quick and dirty tips to slim down and shape up. My name is Ben Greenfield, and I'm the Get Fit Guy. My twin 6-year-old boys and I were recently driving to the gym where I planned to run on the treadmill while they played in childcare at the gym. But as we drove by a grassy park bathed in sunshine, I made a change of plans. I pulled into the parking lot and we all jogged around the park for 5 minutes. And then they threw their frisbee. I sprinted, chased down the frisbee, and brought it back. Then we all did 5 bodyweight squats together. We repeated that cycle for 10 rounds. And then they kicked 1 soccer ball each. I sprinted, chased down the soccer balls one by one, brought them back, and we all did 5 burpees together. We also did this cycle for 10 rounds. By this time, I was both tired and feeling like a dog engaged in a game of fetch, but I decided to throw in just a bit more. We had a race in which I carried one of my boys on my back and raced the other boy 100 yards. Then I got a 20-second rest and repeated the process, carrying the other boy on my back while we raced his brother. We then did that for a total of 10 rounds. Whew. By the time we finished, the kids were laughing, I was gassed, and we all had a great workout. So why did I go out of my way to do this? Well, in the episode How to Get Your Kids Fit, my fellow Quick and Dirty Tips host Mighty Mommy and I discuss how important it is for our children to see us exercise and to even take part in our exercise routines whenever possible. And then in the episode How Much Should Kids Exercise, you learn that kids need a minimum of 7 minutes of brief bouts of intense exercise each day, accompanied by a full day of simply standing more, walking more, and staying generally physically active, aka out of a chair or a couch, to maintain optimal health and to keep them from childhood obesity or other cardiometabolic risk factors. So today, you're going to learn 4 ways to include your kids in your workouts. And now let's dip into 4 ways you can include your kids in your workouts, in addition to playing fetch in the park and doing races while carrying your kids on your back. So here's 4 more ideas to get your wheels churning. Tip number 1 is to use your kids as weights. My wife and I recently took our boys on vacation to Legoland in Florida. While the dank indoor hotel gym wasn't exactly rife with fancy exercise equipment or space, the outdoor sunny hotel pool area offered a perfect venue for workouts. On day 1, my wife and I each grabbed one of the boys and we did the following circuit: 20 feet backward and 20 feet forward crab walks with the kids riding on our waist. 20 reps overhead presses, holding a kid, of course, with a squat in between each press. 20 feet of bear crawls with one kid on our backs. 10 push-ups with one kid on our back. 20 feet of crocodile crawls low to the ground, again, with a kid on our back. And finally, 10 arm curls holding a kid upside down by their legs. This workout finished with a broad jump contest between my wife and I and a leapfrog contest between us and the kids. Tip number 2 is to get in the water. So on day 2 of our Legoland vacation, we hopped in the pool and we did the following circuit, each of us with a boy, again, riding on our back. We did 2 lengths of underwater swimming with us under the water and our kids, of course, above the water. We weren't that cruel to carry them underneath the water for an entire length of the pool. 2 lengths of doggy paddling, 20 reps of pool pull-outs where we would pull ourselves out of the pool with a kid on our back, and then 2 minutes of treading water, which was the toughest part, again, holding a kid on our back. This one finished with an underwater breath-holding contest and then a biggest splash contest with the kids. So, tip number 3 is to play follow the leader. Whether we're at the mall, the zoo, walking to the library, strolling through an airport, or exploring a park, follow the leader is a fun fitness game that our children often spontaneously announce has begun. The rules are simple. Once the game begins, everyone behind the leader has to do exactly what the leader says, like walking backwards, crawling, hopping or climbing over obstacles, sliding sideways, twisting, turning, or doing 180s or 360s, broad jumping, lunging, balancing on rocks or fences. This is a fun game that can be done anywhere, with the only risks being funny looks from other people. This game is also a great build-up to more intense workouts, such as doing fitness exploring park circuits, which we're currently doing with the kids to prepare them for an upcoming Spartan race we'll all be competing in Montana later this month. Now, tip number 4 is to keep your creative wheels churning. When it comes to even more ideas to keep your kids excited about fitness, there's a multitude of additional resources you can use in addition to what you just learned. So some of my favorites include mykidsadventures.com, a blog that includes step-by-step instructions and ideas for activities like photo scavenger hunts, glow-in-the-dark home bowling, and backyard treasure adventures. CrossFitKids.com for child-friendly CrossFit workouts. For example, today's elementary level workout of the day was doing as many rounds as possible of a 50-meter run, 10 bodyweight squats, and 10 box jumps. Daryl Edwards, thefitnessexplorer.com for workouts based around animal moves like the bear crawl, the crab walk, and the bunny hop. Dr. Kwame Brown's drkwamebrown.com, a membership site that delivers workouts and plans based around the concept of active play. Frank Foranchich's book, The Exuberant Animal Playbook, Secret Moves and Games of the Playmasters. I'll link to all these over in the show notes at getfitguy.quickanddirtytips.com. And this is episode number 183. There are, of course, many other resources, but I've found each of those I just listed above to be dependable, fun, and creative. Now, since our kids were born, we've also used jogging strollers for uphill sprint repeats and runs, and pool kickboards for the kids to kick beside us when we swim laps. We also have mini kettlebells and mini medicine balls at home for the kids to join in our living room workouts. And no, we actually don't have a Wii or an Xbox or a Kinect. We go outside or stick to the non-electrical forms of workout most of the time. Now, if you have more questions about how to include your kids in your workouts or you want to share your own workout ideas, then you can leave your questions and you can join the discussion over at facebook.com/getfitguy. And until next time, this is Ben Greenfield, the Get Fit Guy, asking you, what are you waiting for? Go get fit.